So we'll talk about Docker installation part now, and we'll see that how Docker is being installed and what exactly is the issue being faced by.
My screen is visible.
Yeah. Uh, Rajeshwari.
Yeah, I stopped.
It's showing like this. So I have login
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
No problem. Go to terminal.
Terminal, you mean CMD?
No, you don't have Git bash.
It's a good pair.
Here, write Docker -- version. Okay. Now here run a command docker ps -a.
Not running.
Check the service status, service docker.d status.
Docker.d. Command not found.
Go to your this thing. Mm,
It's running.
hmm.
This Docker desktop service, it is running.
Check the hypervisor.
Hypervisor service. Hyper, there are so many. They are all
Hmm. You have
manual.
PowerShell?
I need to start it, right?
No. Try running this command in your command line cmd.
Hmm. What to give in the command?
Apping na in the Zoom chat.
Okay, the same thing.
Try running the type. Take water. हाँ
Hmm.
क्या हुआ?
This same command, right? Same thing.
I think quotations are below and quotations below.
Remove the quotes.
Okay.
You are able to run a command docker ps -a.
Hmm. Showing that the Docker daemon is not running.
Exactly. Go to open docker this thing. Go to cmd and open right click cmd and open it as an administrator.
Okay.
In command prompt, right click, run as administrator, and then type this command.
Sachin, for me it is running that
Okay,
command line.
great side. Now run the command.
Hmm.
This is a problem with the you don't have a docker daemon configured properly. That is the problem.
Hmm. Okay, I will check this later. We can go with Sai for now.
Oh no, that how why we will check this later. Then
Yeah.
how come other people will get to know the error?
Hmm.
Run this command. Let's see what is the shell output we are getting. If docker machine, that is also not there, right? That is not there. Okay. Hmm. This is a problem with Windows actually. Go to services.msc
Hmm.
and check there for this thing, Docker desktop service.
Hmm. It is running. That I checked.
Right click there and restart it.
Okay.
Take minute. It's saying Docker client must be run with elevated permissions. We are running with elevated root only. Go to git bash.
Hmm.
There just write sudo su minus.
It is not Linux.
Just write su minus. This is run this command. Replace start with status.
Syntax of the command is not. It's showing some syntax is wrong.
Sachin, Vittal here. For me, this error is coming. System error 5. System error 5 has occurred. Access is denied.
Hmm. See, Docker daemon cannot run only for two things. Either Docker daemon is not reachable or it is not starting up on Windows, when you run any command. Now, the problem is that for this kind of error, we restart the Docker service normally and that resolves the error. Correct.
Hmm.
Now, the whole point here is, the stupid point here is that nothing is working here. This means there's some other issue. Just in Windows, just in search, type Docker daemon.
Nothing is coming.
Docker daemon is nothing is there on. So either it could not be installed only as a
Hmm.
part of that. That could be the things. No problem. You have your AWS account, right?
Yeah.
Ankit Rajeshwari,
Yeah.
quickly spin up one EC2 instance.
Yeah, spinned up.
Okay, great. Now everyone follow the same things. Okay. So when you have spinned up a EC2 instance, now to switch over to the root, now we'll run a repository packages command to run the things, right? Write yum update minus y, yum space update space minus y. The reason to write minus y is so that anything comes in, where you ask the option yes, no, that will be taken out here automatically. I'm putting a command in the chat window for everyone who is not keeping it noted down. Run a command yum install docker minus y service docker status. To check the service of the docker,
Inactive.
it's inactive, right?
Start.
Docker start, right?
Hmm.
And now it's running. Now let's do one thing. Let's modify the user EC2 to add into the Docker so that you can run the command from that. So you can run this. Make a note of these commands, paste it in your chat window and like paste it in your anywhere, wherever you want to. I'm not going to tell you every time the same thing. Now here run Docker space version. Once you copy it over that. Just run Docker space version. Now you see once you run the Docker space version command, now you see here two things, right? One is the client version, the other one is the server,
Server.
right? Though most of the things are quite right, but in the server version, you see also the OS architecture and these things, right? Where the Docker is running in. Okay. Getting it?
Yeah.
Everyone clear with this?
Yeah.
Rajeshwari?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, do Docker PS, which will tell you the list of containers running. Right? Docker space PS. What happened? Ankit,
Yeah.
run a command Docker space PS. Now, let's try to run a Nginx container. Let's try to see that how the Nginx container runs. Everyone is clear with the installation and the configuration part. Now, this is the installation part and nothing else, right? Vithal clear?
Yes, sir. That's clear.
Now, Ankit, we have to run a container, okay, name as Nginx.
Hmm.
Nginx is my web server. Write a command docker
Hmm.
space run space -d. Don't hit enter until I say, okay?
Hmm.
Space -p space 80:80
Docker and -d, then 8080
-p and then
-p.
80:80
Okay.
80:80
Hmm.
space minus name give my Nginx and then give Nginx. Nginx.
NGINL. Okay.
Now, the point is, this is a command to run a container. Okay, this is the command to run a container, any container. Now, with this command, you see the Docker run command shows that okay, run a container. Run it in a detached mode. Detached mode means don't minus it in detached mode. Means don't have any terminal access to it. To the port mapping. Okay, minus P means port mapping means for the you have to map the container port and your local port. You have to do what? Map your container port and your local.
Local port.
That is 80:80. You have mapped it. You have given a name for your container as my Nginx, and you have given the image of the container. Okay, last time we saw the image and things which are stored where the images were stored in the Docker. Huh?
The container only.
Anyone else? Vithal?
It is it saves as image in container.
The Docker Hub repository, right? Image repository. Remember? From there we pull the official default images, right?
Yeah.
Hit enter. You see, it is downloading the images from the default repository. Okay. Now, wherever the pull complete is written, that is all the different stages of the Docker image. Okay, which has been pulled. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Now, when we'll talk about Docker file, then we'll talk about Docker stages. But right now, you understand that there are different stages for which it has pulled. Next time, if you run the same command, it won't pull it again. Okay, if any changes is there, it will pull. Otherwise, it will just take this particular repository from cache. Okay. If you have to install, let's say a specific version of Nginx. Okay, so in that case, you will put Nginx : whatever the version is there, that version. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, there's a command to check that how many containers are running or not. The command is docker space ps. Now here you see there's a container ID of a 6-digit given to you, right? There's an image Nginx given to you. The command means that it says nothing. It is a command basically in the shell file. That is a Docker file. Okay. When it was created, what is the port which is mapped, and what is the name of the container? Getting it?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to see more information about this container, you can always see the logs of this container. For that, the command is docker space logs and copy over that container ID here. Enter. See, this will tell you getting it, guys. Give her time to read this, otherwise you won't get it. It's a tough thing. Docker. Now, Ankit, my Docker container is running, correct?
Yeah.
I want to see that whether Nginx is up or not. How can I check that?
First, we need to go inside the Docker that container. After that, we will see if it is running in that or not.
Container is running now. You can check
Means
that.
we need to go. We need to go into the shell first.
You can't do that. Nah? How can you? You cannot go that there like that. You have to do docker ps, and that is showing you the container is running or not. Go to the AWS, check the public URL. people who are not going to public URL, take the local URL only. Check the public DNS link. Public DNS link, not the IP address. Copy and paste in browser with :80. Seeing this? This means what?
It is running.
It is running. Means this container has been successfully given. Now,
This audio.
moving on to the next. Okay. So, give me a minute. Okay, so we have a Docker installation and configuration part done, right? Now, the next part is about the yeah. Now let's try to see few more images and containers, okay, and see how it all works. Okay. So we did what, like we created a Docker Hub account and we worked with that, right? We opened a hub.docker.account account and we created that, right? That is done. Now, the next is run a file or run an instance, this name as docker space run docker space run space hello hyphen world. Rajeshwari, are you trying this? Hyphen world.
That's it.
That's it. Enter.
Okay.
What it says.
It is picking from the Docker Hub. New image. It is hello world. It is picking a new image where there is a file. So it is printing that whatever the content is there.
Exactly. Very good.
Yeah.
And what you say?
Yeah, it looks hello world image. It is not getting. That's why it is taking default from the Docker database.
Okay. Sai?
Yeah, Sachin, same thing.
So what according to you is a hello world? Is it a container or an image?
Image, Sachin.
Image.
Ankit, you are also with image?
Yeah.
Okay, Rajeshwari? Unmute yourself and speak, Rajeshwari. Forget. Guys, right. Hello world is an image. That's where absolutely right that hello world is an image. When we tried.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Sachin. Sorry, I could not.
Okay, go ahead.
Mhm.
Hello world is an image. Okay, Rajeshwari, you are running these commands, right?
Okay.
You are running these
Yeah.
commands or not?
No, actually, I'll run now. I'm sorry.
Okay, now, so Docker run hello world. Now, hello world is what? Hello world is my image. Okay, image, when we write it as Docker run, right? That image is basically executed in form of a containers. Okay, means it is executed or it run as a container. Now, Ankit, run the Docker ps command, which will tell you that number of containers running in. You see that image, now run Docker ps minus a. It will tell you all the containers which ran, which got finished and everything. Now you see this hello world is there, right? But it exited 2 minutes ago. But the other one is up and running, correct?
Yeah.
Now what happened that this hello world is my image, it basically came into the container, okay? Likewise in the previous one, that is my Nginx was my image. Now from container, this has pulled the latest image, okay? This is there. This is the digest, this is essentially size in this thing. This part, this message which is printed, that is printed from where? From the image only, okay? From the image only, this is to test out the things. Now what we can do is that we can see that whether this image is there or not. There, this Docker, there's a Docker Hub library. Open this URL, Ankit. Now here you see this hello world has multiple versions, okay? Any hello world you can, you have to open any hello world right now, open any one. And you see there's a Docker file, there's a hello, open the hello. That is a executable file actually. Go to the Docker file. You see from scratch this copy hello command hello, right? That hello executable file which is there, it has executed that, correct? Now we'll come to Docker file later on, so leave out that. Now Ankit, go back. Can you tell me the size of the Docker, this image hello? Any idea how can we check that?
Docker df minus.
No.
Docker.
Docker images. Docker images is a command, right? Which is hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, you are able to listen me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Docker image size you see 13.3 KB, right? Hello world.
Yeah.
Correct? And 142 MB is for Nginx. Mean this. Now, when you run a Docker PS command, that does not display any container because it is executed once and exited immediately. Correct? But other way it is different. Now, if you want to check or you want to see the more detail of this container, okay, run a command docker inspect.
Docker inspect.
Inspect. Now
That's
you
it.
can give the image ID, okay, space
Okay.
bar image ID, not full also, you just give the 0E image ID, not a container ID.
Okay.
Image ID.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
हाँ, Nginx का दे रहे हो, ठीक है वो दे दो. Anything you can take, Nginx, hello world, anything. Enter. Now you see, it gives you that what all are the, go to the top. Now here you see, it gives you the ID, okay. It gives you about the different comments when this image was created, okay. What are the host names to which it is attached to, and everything. Come down. Now, it gives you Docker version, it gives you the configuration part and those stuffs, okay. These are the separate parts. Come more down. Now, these are the different drivers and steps available in Docker. So it is taking those things. Now, in this, basically means that you get all the properties of your image. Okay. You get all the properties for your
Image.
image. Any questions for Docker inspect? You can inspect a particular image using Docker inspect. Now, the next is, so we saw that how we can see how we can list the images. To list out all the images, you write Docker images minus A. To list the images, you write Docker images. For containers, Docker PS. For all the containers, Docker PS minus A. Okay. Clear है यहाँ तक?
Yes.
Now it's not only that. Now if we can take the images, we can talk about, we can install the images in the things using the different other ways also. Okay, the other ways could be your versions and those things. Like we have an Alpine OS, right, and Docker. So it's not necessary that you run the image of sync. You can just pull the image and keep it. Okay, for that you have to run a command docker space pull space Alpine colon 3.9.
Alpine.
Alpine, ALPIN.
3.9, right?
Now do docker ps or ps minus a. So there will be no container created, right? Because we just downloaded the image, but do docker images. You see there is an Alpine image there. Now 3.9 is nothing but that is your version which we installed. Okay.
Yeah.
Likewise, you can install the image 3.6 also for Alpine, 3.7 also, anything. Okay. Now, if you have to get the full image ID, okay, the full image ID of any image, you have to write docker space images
Inspect, right?
docker space images
Okay.
minus no minus trunc trunc. Enter. This means do not truncate. Space within a minus no truncate. You see, you are getting the full 15 digit of
ID.
Okay. Now let's say you want to filter out the image only for one. Right now we have 3. There could be the time when we have 300. We cannot filter out. So what you have to write docker images minus minus filter equal to without space reference equal to in single quotes alpine alpine.
That's it.
Hit enter. Okay, like this you can filter the image with that name. So let's say you have a built a Docker images and containers, okay, but you want to share it with other people also, okay. When you want to share anything with other people, there comes few of the command which is very important, like Docker export, okay, which exports the containers file system tar file, okay, as a tar file. Docker import that also imports it, save, load, all these things. So we already have the Nginx container here, right? Which is running.
Yeah.
Okay, do Docker ps minus a again. Now there is this container running. Okay. Now let's say we have to save this container. Okay, we have to save this container as a tar file. You write Docker space export. Copy the container ID of Nginx. Paste it there.
That's it.
No. Docker export हो गया ना? Now give that greater than symbol. Space and then just write any name. My engine is .tar. So what we are doing is we are exporting the image into the tar file. Okay.
We need to give .tar also now.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit enter.
Yeah. You do ls. The tar file is created. Right. Now, if you want to share this file and anything, you can share the tar file, okay, to anyone.
Sachin, can you reiterate again this Docker PS and Docker what ID, what command you will do? 3 commands you said.
Docker ps minus a. Docker ps minus a.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, Sachin. Okay, Sachin. Got it.
Now, if you already have something and this thing, so let's say that this was my image which was there, okay, earlier also. Now, if I want to just save this image, okay, I don't want to install a new image and put up all those things, right? So in that case, you can write Docker save command. You can use save command in that case. You can write Docker save and -o. Space my first dot tar and give the image.
Image name, right?
Right. Done?
This we cannot give for export.
We can give export, both of them.
Okay.
But the reason not given for export is because let's say that if you already have an image,
Hmm.
if you are installing a fresh image, then you can use export. Otherwise, better to use Docker save only.
Okay.
And now, if you want to load also, you can write Docker load and just give that
Tar name.
entire file name.
Shall I give? It's already there actually.
Yeah, give it. Docker load. Less than symbol is missing
Last at the last.
after load. Space. Less than symbol. Why less?
Okay. Such directory.
Huh?
It's showing no such file or directory.
Click on LL. Click on PWD. Okay, it's not able to find there.
Hmm.
Okay, that's okay. That is not an issue. It should automatically save this. Okay. Okay. Now, so far we got to know about Docker images, Docker Hub, Docker containers. Okay. Not to a very much, but until that, right? That about Docker containers. Again, Docker container is a big topic. Now, I have to get some container notes and things. So I can't start it today. Okay. And we will see that how we can build a Docker image, how we can push it to Docker Hub, how we can write the Docker file and spin up the containers, how we can share the volume and everything from the containers. Getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So meanwhile, we'll have to stop it here for now. Class. So tell me any questions so far first. Ankit?
Yeah, I am thinking. Wait.
Sai, any questions? Vithal, Rajeshwari?
No, sir.
Okay. So if no questions, we'll stop it for here. Okay. We'll
Sachin,
start. Huh?
just a kind of question like, uh, currently we are using something called EC2 also, right, in cloud and all.
Mhm.
And here in Docker also, we are having some images and containers and all those things.
Mhm.
So, uh, is there any connection between these two differences or anything?
So EC2 is a AWS cloud server, right? Which we are using for a spinning of instances. Correct?
Yes,
On
Sachin.
that EC2 instance, we have installed the Docker. Okay, a Docker, so you can say a service. Now Docker has the images, Docker has the containers and those things. Now Docker has the images basically, and through that images we run it as a container or as a virtual machine. Correct?
Yes, yes, Sachin. Okay.
So both of them are completely different, nowhere related to each other.
Okay, okay, Sachin. Just okay.
Yeah, so EC2 is a service which helps us to spin up the instance.
So we are running Docker through EC2, you're saying.
Yeah, we are running a Docker on EC2 instance, or you can say on a Linux instance. This is a Linux instance, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to stop this container, Ankit, you can
Yeah.
write Docker stop container ID.
Okay. Based on ID, there is no command to stop all the things like.
There's a command for that also to stop all the containers, but you
Okay.
let's first learn one by one.
Mm-hmm.
You now check Docker PS minus A. See, both
Exited.
are exited. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So there's a lot of things to go around in the Docker containers. We'll expand the topic to again to a more timing tomorrow and do the things.
And one question, like in the last session, we were pulling that busy bulk image, right? What
Right.
images? Yeah. So in that we can go into the shell also, right? For that image.
We can go to the shell, but but for that, you have to log into the terminal, and you should know that
Okay.
what exactly is the entry point for the terminal. Okay.
Okay.
Then we can go there. So we'll see that also. We'll see that how we can go to the bash terminal, how we can create a file, and all those blah 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 stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now. So yeah. So if any other questions, so tell me then.
So from directly from Windows, it will not open. You're saying you should
No, no,
use.
it won't. It
VCT.
always creates a problem with the Windows machine because it requires.
Okay.
You guys better install the Linux machine and or the virtual machine and then do that.
Okay.
Okay. So good. So yeah, so let's connect up tomorrow again at the same time. Okay. No changes.
Same time, right?
Yeah, same time.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. And
Yeah. Thank
that's
you.
why you make sure you get your this thing done. Access
Yeah,
part.
yeah, I will. So I don't know whether today I'll email them and see whether they'll reply or not. If today they reply, then we can do it tomorrow. If not, means then we have to wait on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try to contact them if possible today because here I don't know on weekend they will pick up or not. So
No, yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah. So on the working day they might. If anything goes, then on Monday, if it's possible for you, we'll see. I'll call them and say. So
Sure thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay then.
Ciao.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.